What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a good day so far. So, y'all know that normally I get Arizona green tea with ginseng and honey, but I found something that is so blazing. So, it's new to me, but it's probably, y'all probably already know about it. So, I found this the Lipton, Lipton green tea citrus. Ooh, when I tell you this is good, this is blazing. That's one of my new favorites right now. I'm still gonna rock with the Arizona, but that Lipton right there, that green tea citrus, that shit is blazing. Y'all gotta go get you some. Um, so getting into this episode of GH, right? This episode was all type of hot mess, and I was here for all of it. Minus the sunny scenes, but I was here for all of it. I love this shit. This shit was good. I ain't like the sunny scenes because y'all already know how I feel about amnesia, so I ain't even gonna talk about that. But this was good. Listen, Curtis, Curtis and Jordan. I'm I'm on the fence right now. I am because y'all already know I'm Team Curtis right now. Y'all know that. Curtis has every right to be pissed off with Jordan. Every right. But I give kudos to Jordan because she has been reaching out to him trying to fix this. But it takes two to fix a marriage. One person cannot fix an entire marriage. It takes both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? You can't get in the ring and fight with somebody if you're fighting by yourself and the other person ain't trying to get in the ring with you and fight. You can't fight by yourself. It ain't no fun. First of all. Second, she wants to go to counseling because I feel like that's what they should do, but at the end of the day, married people, they got to figure things out for themselves. We could look on the outside and be like, oh, they should do this, they should do that. But, they got to do what's best for them. And Jordan wants to go to counseling. She wants to go to therapy and talk about it and try to fix it. She's doing whatever she can. Curtis is shutting everything down. Curtis, most of the time, he don't want to talk to her. And then when they do talk, he's still not trying to come home. He's not trying to go to counseling. He's not trying to do any of that. So his answer to everything is we need to separate. We need to be separated. We need to get back to our individual selves, basically, because he feels like he lost himself in that marriage. Like he lost his individual self, like who he is as a as one person. You know what I'm saying? Like when he got with Jordan and stuff, he started seeing himself change. Maybe not for the better in most cases. But my thing is they've been separated for a while. Ever since the truth came out, they've been separated. And they've been separated for a good probably a few weeks, a month. And I feel like that's long enough to determine what you want to do about your marriage. Because even though they haven't legally been separated, I feel like saying, oh, I want a separation. Y'all already been separated. You done moved out the house pretty much. He has not been home. And wasn't that around Christmas time, Thanksgiving, Christmas? So he has not been home. It's been a good 2 months that him and Jordan have been separated. That to me is long enough. I understand he's still angry about this, but that to me is long enough to know whether or not you want to fix this. He's had more than enough me time to figure out, is this marriage worth fighting for and saving? Jordan's trying. Curtis has to try too. He has to want it too, but right now he just don't want it. He's like, nah, we need to do our own thing. You need to focus on you, focus on your career. Let me focus on me, do me, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle down the line. I get it, but don't let too much time pass, because when you let too much time pass, it's gonna get to a point where Jordan is gonna be like, you know what? I'm done repenting. She has apologized to this man more than once, and yeah, Jordan was fucked up for what she did, but at least she's trying to fix it. Like she's even offering counseling, everything else. It's like she's trying to work on this, but she can't do it alone. And I love that Curtis is holding her accountable, but at some point you gotta, I understand he want to make her work hard for him, get him back. I get it, you know what I mean? But don't try to make her work too hard, because at some point, if you don't relent a little bit, you don't show a little bit of flex, At some point, Jordan gonna be like, you know what? I'm done repenting. I'm done apologizing. I done apologized until I'm blue in the face. I'm done. If you don't want to come back home, don't come home. At some point, I think she's gonna get to that point because you only can be rejected but so many times by your spouse or your significant other before you throw up the deuces and the towel and just say, you know what? Do you? Because that's how I am. Like I'm not a big apologist. Like I don't apologize like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not big on that. I'm just being real. I'm being honest. But I'm like that. It's like if I have apologized more than 5 times, more than 10 times, and I'm overly apologizing, I'm even coming up with suggestions to where we could fix this, and you still ain't trying to give me no play. At some point, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'll pack your shit for you, and you can go. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're not about to play this game where I'm about to just sit here and beg and plead like some dog. Absolutely not. We gonna leave the begging to Keith Sweat because I'm not Keith Sweat. I don't do the begging. Baby, please. I don't know. Absolutely not. No, sir. No. We not doing the begging. Not over here. Not in these parts. You could kill me with that. But I felt bad for Jordan. Even though this was all on her. I felt bad when he walked out on her and she started crying and sobbing. I really felt bad for her. Because Curtis pretty much let her know. He was like, we're dysfunctional as a couple. I'm like, Curtis, you live in Port Charles. Most of the couples in that town are dysfunctional. Now, does that make it good? No. But I'm just saying, most of them are. But, they need to fix it. So, anyway, Sonny was telling Phyllis about his memory or whatever, how he remembered somebody, and she felt like him continuing to take his lithium, his pills and stuff, he'll start remembering more. When they left or whatever, when they returned, they found the bar all trashed and messed up, and Sonny didn't know what the hell happened. Probably that cop that was there before, or whoever running around robbing places and whatnot. That's probably who did it. So, anyway, moving on from that. Nina. Lord have mercy. Listen, I enjoyed the shit out of that scene. Even though it was the wrong time and place, she came for smoke. She wanted all the smoke. And you know what I love? Carly wanted all the smoke too. Carly had time today. Because when Nina was ranting and raving at her and Jax, the whole time Carly was looking at her before Carly would say anything. Carly kept giving her these looks like, bitch, I will knock you out. Bitch, please. Bitch, I could show you better than I could tell you. That's the looks Carly was giving her the whole time. Like, Carly was with the shits. Like, Carly was ready to snatch her bald. And I was here for it. And Carly just had enough of her. Carly just, because Carly is going through a bunch of emotions right now. With his funeral, Sonny's gone, he's missing, whatever. It's just a lot going on in her life right now. And she snapped. She snapped on Nina. And she felt like, Nina was destroying her husband's funeral service and all that. Well, and she wanted to know if Carly let Nell die on purpose. And Carly was like, hell no. And I'm glad Diane was there because Diane was like, Carly, shut up. Diane, you know how Diane is. Whenever y'all start talking that legal stuff and you start running your mouth about something that could get you locked up, Diane was like, she said, shut the hell up. But Carly kept on insisting to speak, talking about, no, I tried to save Nell. And I'm like, Carly, be quiet. If your attorney is standing right there telling you to be quiet, be quiet. Be the fuck quiet. Be quiet. Shut your mouth. Shh. Zip it. Okay? That's the problem with Carly sometimes. She just volunteers information. I'm like, Carly, be quiet. This is now a legal matter. This ain't about two of y'all screaming at each other about shit. This is now turning into a legal situation. Be the fuck quiet. Be quiet. Carly always had that problem with volunteering shit. I'm like, don't say nothing. But Carly was with the smoke. Carly wanted all of it. She didn't give a damn. And she basically reminded Nina all the nasty shit Nina did over the years in that town. And basically informed her. She was like, shit, you ain't no different than Nell. She said, shit, it ain't surprising to me that Nell is your daughter. Look how you are. Like mother, like daughter. I said, ooh. That whole exchange was freaking hilarious. So they get back to the Corinthos house, and Diane wants to know everything that's going on. She was like, you should have been told me all this from day one. So she explained to her what happened and stuff like that. And Diane basically was like, well, don't worry about it right now, because if the PCPD, if they're not pushing for none of this, if they're not pushing the issue, or they're not reinvestigating this, or, opening Nell's case again, we ain't got nothing to worry about right now. But of course, you do have something to worry about, because now Nina is running to Jordan's office, busting in her office, demanding that Jordan do something because she got new information on Nell's case. I'm like, oh shit. But this still could be a good thing for Carly, because they don't have any real evidence that Carly did anything. The only thing they have evidence of, or they're going to get proof of, is that they can find out if Carly lied in her statement or not. There's a way to trip her up. Like, you can find out if she's telling the truth. But even still, they don't have no real evidence to prove that Carly was, she did that on purpose, or, she had any involvement in that. They don't have no real solid proof. All they got is Nina's ranting and raving. That's all they got. So Carly's still out of the woods on this one. Not totally, but she's in the clear. Nina basically was dropping some truth bombs her damn self, because she was like, basically, this is Carly world and we all just live in it. And she was like, it's time for that to change. And when she said all that, Carly just kept looking at her like, yo, I will slap the shit out of you. That's how Carly was looking at Nina the whole time. Like, I will fuck you up over here. This is not what you want. I was hoping to see them bitch slap each other, because I wanted to see that. I was like, Jax, get out the way, please. Move, please, and thank you. So anyway, moving on from that, Dante and Sam end up going back to the Quartermain mansion or whatever, talking about what happened and whatnot. And Sam pretty much had a Kool-Aid smile on her face, because she feels relieved that she's no longer a part of Jason's world, like that mafia life. She's no longer into that, and she's now free to be her. She's free to just be Sam. There's no more Sam and Jason. Now it's just Sam. She feels like she has her identity back. Just she's not defined by Jason anymore. That's how she feels. I don't know, honestly, if I buy that or not. Like, is she genuinely happy no longer being with Jason or being a part of that life? Because everybody knows Sam is an adrenaline junkie. Like, she likes danger. But, having kids do change you. It does change your mindset. So who knows? Maybe she is genuinely happy. If she is, kudos to her. Do I want her with Dante? Absolutely not, because first of all, it's nasty. Y'all share siblings. Absolutely not. You share a brother and a sister. It's too connected. I feel like Sam and Dante are way too connected because of the siblings that they share, the families that are connected. It's just nasty. Absolutely not. Y'all can find somebody else. So anyway, moving on from that. Cyrus is all happy and shit because of his new drug that he's developing or whatever to push the hospital into a whole new marketplace. And he wanted Portia to come to the board meeting where he was going to talk about it. So he tried to sell the board on this new medication, talking about they're going to have to take it to the FDA. And because basically he wanted to push the hospital into the pain management market, which is going to make them a fortune, basically, so he says. And Leslie was not here for it. Leslie busted up that meeting. And she was like, even though she's not on the hospital board, she was like, she doesn't get a vote. She told the board of directors, who do have a say and do have a vote, she was like, use your vote wisely. And Cyrus was pissed. And he basically told Leslie, he was like, shit, you may have, delayed my plans for a second, but he was like, it ain't gonna be delayed forever. He was like, it's gonna go through. So of course, Britt hit up Jason or whatever, and Jason came running as soon as Britt hit him up. I definitely want to see Jason and Britt together. I definitely see major chemistry between them. I would love to see them as a couple. I think they would be a hot couple though. But Portia, she's definitely not on board with this new medication, this new pain medication that Cyrus wants to push through. She's not on board with it because she feels like it could be too addictive to people. And they could be looking at a whole nother, situation like opioids and stuff. They could be looking at a whole nother crisis. And she's not here for that. And of course, Cyrus wants to bring up his mama again. And, tell Portia to lean on Jordan to get his mother back, and he'll let Taggart go free. I'm like, Cyrus, go sit down. Don't nobody care about your little deals and whatever you want to do. Just hush up. So anyway, moving on from that. Olivia is still ranting and raving. She feels like her and Leo should not be at the Quartermain Mansion. They don't belong there. And Monica was like it or not, you're married into the family still. You're a part of the family. You're staying. You're not going nowhere. So she just dismissed Olivia. She was like, just hush up with all that. You staying. Monica, the eye roll that Monica gave when she opened up that door and saw Leslie on the other side of that shit had me hollering. Monica and Leslie are too old for this nonsense. Every time they see each other, they do not get along because of shit that went down in the past. As soon as she opened that door, she was like, she's just looking at Leslie like, why are you at my damn door? But Leslie was shit. Leslie, she wasn't there to be catty. Leslie was there to handle business. She was like, nah, we need to join forces. We might not like each other or care for each other, but Leslie was like, shit, we need to join forces. We need to shut Cyrus the fuck down. I would love to see Leslie and Monica team up against Cyrus. I mean, they up there in age and all that, but I would love to see it. That'd be, that'd be hot. That'd be pretty dope. Um, I think that would be hot though, to see them two old birds hook up and take down somebody, or at least attempt to. I think it could be comical. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. This episode was I liked it. I really did like this episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought about this episode, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hope you all have a great day. Peace.